Hopefully I could do one every, or I'll have to do two, at least two every month. Okay, I could do this, I could do this. And welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a video to start the new year, to start 2015. I've seen quite a few of my favourite booktubers put out their 2015 reading aspirations, and I've decided I ought to do one myself and really put some structure in, because most years my resolutions are things like keep my bedroom tidy, or do more exercise, do some exercise. Anyway, 9 times out of 10 I break these resolutions, so I thought with my reading I really want to make 2015 the year of the books for me, so if I put some structure in and put a little list together, then I figure, fingers crossed, things should happen and go according to plan, and my brain should be filled with words sooner rather than later. Okay, so without further ado, here are my 2015 reading resolutions, aspirations, dreams, etc, etc. Number 1. There is a magazine in London called Stylist. Some of you might have read it, some of you might see it, some of you might get it regularly. I love it, and I found this amazing article not so long ago called The 25 Books That Every Woman Should Read According to Lisa Simpson. So I read through this list, and to my horror, there was some, classic books on there, and I realised actually I hadn't really read that many of the 25, and I got really upset. I was like, oh my god. So I thought, right, that's a good place to start with my booktube channel, because that's actually what, you know, I really want to do next year. So I've got a list of 25 books that I am now going to read throughout 2015. Resolution number 2 is to read and appreciate more poetry. I actually have a main YouTube channel, which is where I put all my music and spoken word poetry. I'm a singer-songwriter and I write the occasional poem. But I love poetry by other poets. I mean, I live for it, and I don't think I talk about it enough, and I don't think I share it enough and appreciate it enough. So I thought next year, 2015, I'm going to make the time to read and share and appreciate more poetry. I've got so many poetry books at home that people give me for presents or I buy, and I never actually really sit down and read them properly. It's difficult because, especially if it's an anthology, it's loads of different poets, so it's, you know, sometimes it's not always necessarily a clear theme, so you can't necessarily read a poetry book from cover to cover in one sitting. But there's something so amazing about just picking a book off the shelf and just flicking through and finding these words in there that you wouldn't necessarily think were there, and they suddenly have a really big impact on you. Definitely going to be reading more poetry in 2015. Resolution number 3. I'm only going to do 3 because I think if I end up doing a whole list of 10, I'm most likely going to break my resolutions. So it's to be open-minded and curious about what I read. For so long I've sort of stuck in the same kind of genre, so I mean, I absolutely love sort of mystery and thrillers, which are great, and I still like read them all the time, but I suddenly had a thought that I actually have limited myself in terms of what I read. Because I sort of have a favourite go-to section in the bookshop that I go and I load up on, or a favourite go-to section in the library or on Amazon, etc. So I want to be more open-minded and read as much as possible. I guess what is broaden my mind. That's what I want to do. I want to broaden my mind in 2015. So there you have it. My 3 resolutions for 2015. Read the top 25 books that Lisa Simpson told me to. That sounds so weird when you say it. Read and appreciate more poetry, and lastly, be open-minded and broaden my reading horizons. So what are yours? I'd love to know if you have any resolutions for 2015 around the world of books, words, poetry. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to start 2015 and have a whole lot of adventures with you. See you. Thank you. Bye.